How do you pronounce hairy?
Harry.
How do you pronounce the name Harry? Hello, this video is sponsored by Wondrium. I'm Lawrence Brown and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to homophones. What's a homophone, Lawrence? Well, homophones are two or more words that are usually spelt differently, but have the exact same pronunciation. So an example would be the word to, as in to go, and the number 2. You'll find that particular example in both British and American English, but there are some that are pretty unique to one country or the other. And today we're going to focus on America. Now, I could sit here and tell you about how some Americans in certain regions will pronounce the words pin and pen the same way, but I think it might be more interesting to show you it in action. Hello. Hi, I have a really important question for you.
Okay.
How do you pronounce awful?
Awful.
And how do you pronounce awful?
Are they not the same word?
No, like awful as in offal of a chicken.
Awful.
So the same way.
Awful and awful.
That's amazing. I love this. Similarly then, right? Because that's odd in the first place for me. How do you say the word odd?
Odd.
And if you're awed by something, how would you say that?
Odd.
This is amazing. I could go on forever with this. What about the words Tudor and tutor?
Tudor? As in...
Tudor housing.
Okay, Tudor.
Yeah.
And tutor.
This is pretty much the same, right?
I mean, I guess there's emphasis that's a little different.
Oh, come on. I can't even hear it.
Tutor and tutor.
Did it ever get confusing for you when your tutor taught you about the Tudors?
No, because I taught myself because I was a tutor.
Unbelievable. Speaking of the word taught, what about the word taught and the word tot, as in tater tots?
Taught?
Yeah.
As in taught someone?
Yes.
Taught.
Similarly, caught and caught.
Court?
Caught, as in, you caught the ball.
Oh, caught.
Yeah.
Caught. And then, what's the other one?
Caught, like a baby's cot.
Caught.
So the court and cot merger there playing its part. Metal and medal.
So to meddle in someone's business?
Yes.
Well, meddle and metal.
Yes.
Medal.
I should get a medal for this. No, you should. You should definitely get a medal for taking part in this.
Unwillingly, I might add.
Yeah.
I do that to her every single day. 14 years we've been married. I don't know how she puts up with me. But I imagine that while you were watching that, you yourself were probably mouthing the words to see if you say them the same. So if you do, let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, I'm going to go and strengthen my marriage further.
Okay, so what about pedal and petal?
Pedal and pedal.
Ooh, they're the same. How would you say I've been to the bin?
I've been to the bin.
Amazing. Would you walk to the walk? Or how would you say that?
Walk to the walk.
If you're really fond of someone, as I gather you are of me, would you have said ever in your life, I fawned over someone of which I'm fond?
I fawned over someone of which I'm fond.
This is great. Similarly, this involves the cat. If the cat pawed a pod of some kind, how would you say that?
A paw, like this?
Yeah.
So in a pod?
Yeah, so he pawed at the pod.
So he pawed at the pod.
Okay, and what about the words stalk and stock?
Stock and stock.
Is this getting old for you now?
No, not really, but it would have been nice to be warned first.
What are you going to do about it? Sorry, do about it. How would you pronounce do and due?
Do and do.
Well, I feel like I've won this never-ending game. How do you pronounce one?
One.
How do you pronounce one?
One. They're not different. How is it different for you?
One and one.
One and one.
One and one.
They're just spelled differently. They're not different.
But they are pronounced differently where I come from.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
Ugh. Can I get back to work now?
Yeah.
What she doesn't know about that is that I purposely interrupted her while she was making videos for her own channel, Old Fashioned AF, so that I could give it a plug on this video. But isn't American English really fascinating? It always has been to me, and I've been learning even more about it in the last year.
In past videos, I introduced you to the Great Courses Plus. Well, the team behind those great courses are hard at work creating even better, broader, bigger, and more brilliant educational experiences, giving you more reasons to love and pursue learning. Enter Wondrium, where you can find all of the tried and true Great Courses Plus content and more. For instance, have you ever wondered how English took on a life of its own in America? I'm thrilled to recommend Professor Natalie Schilling's English in America, a Linguistic History. This course even taught me a lot. Like, did you know that Noah Webster, the father of American English, wanted to replace the U in soup with a second O? Mind-blowing. Well, Wondrium is where you find the answer to everything you've ever wondered about and some things you never imagined you'd wonder about. Their carefully curated collection of short and long-form videos, tutorials, how-tos, travelogues, documentaries, and more is academically comprehensive, thoroughly researched, relentlessly entertaining, and presented by engaging experts. In a nutshell, Wondrium is the place for minds that wonder. And as it happens, they're giving viewers the fantastic offer of a free trial. Show your support for Lost in the Pond by subscribing to Wondrium today. Visit wondrium.com/lostinthepond right now to begin your free trial. The link is in my description below.
Hey, you're not busy, are you? I've just got a few more, right? How do you say poll, as in pole vault, poll as in an election poll, and the word pull?
I'm gonna pull your hair out if you keep asking me about pole vaulting and going to the polls.
Okay, but how do you say them?
Pull, pull, and pull.
It's all the same. It's amazing. 3 that are the same. Similarly, I bet it's the case with Mary, marry, and merry. Go on, do it.
Mary, Mary, and Mary.
That's amazing. Oh, and you just told me you're going to pull my hair out. How do you pronounce hairy?
Harry.
How do you pronounce the name Harry?
Harry.
Which is crazy, because we used to live in Fort Wayne, and I remember there was that mayor, and his name was Harry Balls.
That is his name.
It is his name.
His name was actually Harry Balls.
Oh, you did
Mayor
it?
Harry Balls.
Unbelievable. I'm going to get demonetized now just because you pronounced the name of a former mayor.
I just said a name of a mayor.
I know, but I've got to be careful about these things. All right, similarly, ferry and fairy.
Ferry across a river and ferry as in the floaty thing. Yeah, ferry, ferry.
Ferry across the Mersey. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it. Parish and perish.
Perish and perish.
What, can you imagine perishing in a parish in Paris? It's pretty similar for me when I do that. Vary and very.
Like something that's varied. Mm-hmm. You're very varied in your approach here.
Unbelievable. Halve and have.
To have two halves of something?
Yes. And this is my favourite. I cannot wait to hear this one. Play-Doh and Plato the philosopher.
Play-Doh played with some Play-Doh.
He can't have done it. It wasn't invented then.
Yeah, clay was.
Do you think it was? But Play-Doh,
why not?
The copyrighted toy, I mean. And then the last one, and this probably means more to you right now than anything, the word hostile and hostel.
I am very hostile right now because you keep asking me about things like hostels.
I'm upset that you didn't say them the same way. Some Americans will, some Americans won't. How do you say missile?
Missile.
So you apply that rule to that, but not... You're just doing it on purpose to
No,
make
I'm not.
You want the end of this video to not have the
I say hostile.
Okay,
the same
all right,
way.
I believe you.
That's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments below your favourite homophones. I'm Lawrence Brown.
I'm Tara Cantrell, and you can follow me at Old Fashioned AF across all social media channels.
And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at LostInThePondUS, and be sure to subscribe to this channel so that my videos don't get lost in the pond.
I wasn't actually mad at you.
Oh, good. And finally, all of my videos are made possible by my patrons. If you would like to support this channel, you can do so today at patreon.com/lostinthepond. Until the next video, goodbye.
Goodbye.